Hey, this is OHB Kev here, and this is part 3. This is going to be the review and the recommendation video. And I was going to do all 3 items in one video, but the thing about that is, after I put some things together and started watching it, it was too long of a video. So, again, I'm going to break this down, the review and recommendations down to 2 videos. I'm going to be reviewing the Rode NT1-A studio mic kit and the power adapter in one video, and then be doing the Go XLR review and the recommendations on the next video. So without further ado, let's get on with the reviews. Alright, so let's get on with the review of the Rode NT1-A, world's quietest studio mic kit. So, what comes in the kit? You get the pop filter, you get, of course, the microphone, you get the XLR cable, you get the shock mount, you get this nifty little covering case, and you also get a 10-year warranty with the mic. So, let's start off with the pop filter. Now, this out of the whole kit is the least that I'm crazy about. For one thing, some of the knobs are kind of like flimsy. They just don't. It's just really flimsy made, I feel like. And then the mesh itself is really thin. Now, I will say that it's really cool that it does say Rode on the mesh, but it's just like really thin. Now, does it do the job? Yes, it does. It comes already, it comes packaged already mounted onto the shock mount, which is pretty cool. And it's very easy to take off, I will say that. But again, the pop filter is just to me. Now, if you don't know what a pop filter does, it takes words like powerful and Peter and pickle and fickle and trickle, and it basically it catches other debris from your mouth that you don't see normally, and it also kind of smooths it out a little bit. It does its job. I'll give it that. Now, onto the shock mount. The shock mount is a pretty awesome shock mount. The only thing that I will have to say about the shock mount is how heavy it is, especially when you compare it to the last time that I had a shock mount with my USB studio mic newer. And then this one is made purely of plastic and metal, but not much metal, more plastic than metal. Alright, which just makes it more lighter, I guess. So that's a cool thing. But this one it's fairly well done. It's just really heavy. Um, the XL lower cable is fairly long. I'd say maybe about 6 feet long, which is nice. And I have had no problems with the connections or anything like that, so that's all good. The carrying case is all right. I mean, it's just a carrying case, but it does its job. Actually, I use it as a cover when I'm not using the mic. I'll put this over the mic to keep it from dust and whatnot. So that's what I use mine for. Now let's get on to the mic itself. The mic itself is fairly well done. It's heavy. There's no really, I mean, anything to the outside. There is a yellow dot or gold dot right on the front, so you know it's the front. And the reason that they did that is because it's I'm going to say this wrong, the cardioid type of mic, which means it picks up the sound better from the front of the mic than it does anywhere else. Let me demonstrate. So, I'm going to turn the mic this way, and you can still hear me a little bit, but it's a little muffled. Not bad, right? But when it gets to this way, you can really tell a difference. So I'm going to turn the mic back the correct way. So it's kind of a heart shape, basically, is what that means. The NT1-A is also a condenser mic, which means it does need phantom power to operate. So you need a mixer with 48 volts of phantom power. Another thing that it needs, because of the thing that I told you before, where the shock mount was so heavy, you cannot use one of these things that I've got. Well, you can't really see it off a camera here, but you can't use one of the table clamp mounts like you would use it. I've used it on some of my mics or my USB studio mic that I mentioned earlier, and I also use it for my hand cam. But you can't use one of those because the shock mount is so heavy. So you would need an actual microphone stand. Now, I've done my research, and microphone stands run anywhere from $14 to $20. Not a very big budget breaker there. The one that I have, I did not purchase. It was given to me. I've had it for years now because I do a lot of karaoke here at home. And one like this was around $20. So on Amazon. So again, not a budget breaker, but it's something that you would have to take into consideration when getting the mic. The sound itself. Now, when you get to the end of this video, if you haven't already watched part 1 and part 2 of the actual unboxing of the items, my voice sounds like crap compared to what it does now, and that's because I was using this thing as a microphone because I didn't have this hooked up yet. Now don't get me wrong, you know, this mic did its job pretty well with what it had to work with, but I wanted to get away from USB mics, so this is what I got. Now, in the US, the kit does run for $220 and $29. But the link that I'm going to put down in the description for you guys is the kit on Amazon, but it's the UK Amazon site. Now you can use your own Amazon login from the US to log into the UK version. It accepts it, not a problem. In the UK, it will cost you about $147 before shipping and before international cost. Now you might want to check with your bank to see what the international cost was. With the mic and the Go XLR that I got at on the same purchase, my international fee was like $15. I don't know if it would be any different with just one item or I don't know. But check with your bank and see what the international, if your bank does even have an international fee. So that's also to take into consideration. I still spent less money than I would have if I would have went and bought this one in the US. So with that being said, the next thing that we're going to review is the Instant Worldwide Travel Adapter. It can accommodate up to 150 countries. Now, I'm going to show you a picture somewhere around here because as of right now, it's actually being used to power the Go XLR. Now, the one thing I do want to convey to everybody, this is not a voltage converter. This is a UK to US in my situation power adapter. The power supply over in the UK look different than the ones here in the US. So what this adapter does very well is that it has plugs from different countries, and you can find a plug for that country, plug it into the wall, and then plug in whatever else that you need to plug in from that adapter. It works pretty well. Excuse me. So, and that's only about, I think, $8 in the US. I did buy that one in the US. I will put a link in the description for both the UK Road Kit and the Instant Worldwide Travel Adapter in the description below of this video. So, that about wraps up this video. I'll see you in the next review when I review the Go XLR and give you my recommendations for all three devices. See you then.